ngozi n'etiti ikporo niile, ọ jazi ngozi bụ nwafọ gị bụ Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị ndị nje arịrịọ, kịta na mmanụ ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Nyeju odibo nwanyị nke ose bụrụ ụwa.
Ka o rere m ka isi kwu.
Ekene Maria, Ijiptel na Gracia, ose bụrụ ụwa na-enyeli, ịdị ngozi n'etiti ikporo niile, ọ jazi ngozi bụ nwafọ gị bụ Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị ndị nje arịrịọ, kịta na mmanụ ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Okwu emela arụ.
O wee binyere anyị.
Ekene Maria, Ijiptel na Gracia, ose bụrụ ụwa na-enyeli, ịdị ngozi n'etiti ikporo niile, ọ jazi ngozi bụ nwafọ gị bụ Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nne nke Chukwu, rịọbara anyị ndị nje arịrịọ, kịta na mmanụ ọnwa anyị. Amen.
Rịọbara anyị arịrịọ, ọ nne nke Chukwu dị asọ.
Ka o wee metụ ịnata nkwa nke Ekwesị.
Arịrịọ, anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu, ka erinye Kraịst anyị n'ime obi anyị, ka anyị bụ ndị anyị butere ozi ọma, wee mara iwelarụ Kristi nwa gị, site n'afọ ya na obi ya, wee bata n'osito na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya, site na Kristi dị nwere anyị. Amen. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'izu na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwere gara aga,
site n'ekpere nke Chukwu, ka ha zuru ike na ndokwa.
ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ,
Nọnyekwara mmụọ gị.
ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnodi, ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwotu Mmadụka Close, Umuru Nnodi, 081-4982-8254.
Listen to news updates on Ebonari 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonari FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Friday, the 7th day of July 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Efan Shuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines: Anambra woman, husband remanded in prison for using underage girls for prostitution. Abia lawmaker bemoans rampant kidnappings in the state. Enugu government confirms arrest of hoodlums enforcing sit at home. Osita Chidoka Mmesoma's UTME result is fake. Soludo's digitization policy to extend to rural areas, says Anambra ICT MD. Putin raised Pringozin's mansion. Humiliates exiled warlord after failed Wagner uprising. Now, details. Anambra woman, husband remanded in prison for using underage girls for prostitution. Children, sexual and gender-based violence court sitting in Anambra State has ordered the remand of one Mrs. Ebela Amaka Okonkwo 39 and her husband Mr. Okechukwu Okonkwo 36 in prison. The woman was arrested last week after her brothel was busted by youth of Oba community in Idemili North local government area for using underage girls for prostitution. She, however, escaped to Asaba Delta State and later sent her husband Okechukwu Okonkwo to bribe the Commissioner for Women's Affairs and Children's Welfare, Mrs. E.P. Obinabo, with the sum of 300,000 naira to enable her return to business. Obinabo, who played along, accepted the money and asked her husband to bring her for settlement, and she was arrested when she appeared. The charge, which was read to the defendants during the Wednesday court sitting at the Magistrate Court Oka, included committing official corruption, preventing the course of justice, and procuring about 5 underage girls for prostitution purposes in Oba. Their offences were said to be punishable under Section 495, subsection A of the Criminal Code, Cap 36, Volume 2, Revised Laws of Anambra State of Nigeria, 1991. The media assistant to the commissioner, Ms. Chidimma Ikanyong, who monitored the court sitting, told journalists that the defendant pleaded not guilty to all 9 charges preferred against them. They were, however, ordered to be remanded at the Nigerian Correctional Center, Oka and Onitsha, respectively, while the case was adjourned further to July 12 for ruling on the bail application, Ikanyong said. Abia lawmaker bemoans rampant killings, kidnappings in the state. A member from Abia Southeast Nigeria, Honorable Amobi Oga, has raised alarm over the rampant cases of kidnapping, banditry, and other violent crimes in his federal constituency of Ishukwuato, Umunnoshi of Abia State. Addressing journalists after presenting a motion on the development at plenary on Thursday, the lawmaker said kidnapping has been so rampant and becoming like Accra business as people's homes were being embedded to pick persons in demand for ransom as low as 50,000 naira. According to him, he opted to move as representative of the people who felt the need to speak on their behalf as he agreed to the call for the creation of state police to be revisited. The House, in adopting the motion, urged the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to direct the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Police, and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to intensify checks and other security measures around the regional cattle market in Lupanta, along the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway, Uturu Okigwe Road, Ihube, Isuochi Road, ABSU Junction Accra Road, Uturu Afikpo Road, Umuako, Umunze Road, and Ogbo Ishiago Road and environs. It also urged the Chief of Army Staff, Inspector General of Police, and Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to set up a joint patrol team to comb the farmland and forest to root out kidnappers, bandits, and all criminal elements in all parts of Ishukwuato and Umunnoshi. Enugu government confirms arrest of hoodlums enforcing sit at home. Enugu State government on Thursday announced that many hoodlums enforcing sit at home have been arrested. The government confirmed this in a statement made available to newsmen, signed by Professor Chidiebere Onya, secretary to the state government. The government directs offices, schools, businesses, premises, and markets, including Obwete main market, among others, to open for business. Failure to comply with this directive will be deemed as willful undermining of government policy and effort to restore full working days, productivity, and entrepreneurship in the state, and will as such be met with appropriate sanctions. Government urges members of the public to disregard any scaremongers and go about their businesses as security measures are fully in place to continue to enforce law and order and safeguard lives and property. It is noteworthy that many enemies of Enugu State and Igbo land, the hoodlums, anarchists, and the criminal elements who hide under freedom agitation to perpetrate destruction, violent crimes, as well as those who engage in scaremongering through fake videos and images, have been tracked down, apprehended, and are being brought to book. We are winning the war and therefore call on Enugu to volunteer information to the authorities on any suspicious person and movement, as well as those who use the social media to spread and instigate panic among the members of the public, Onya stated. Mmesoma's UTME result is fake. Osita Chidoka, former Minister of Aviation, says he will plead for leniency on behalf of Ejike Mmesoma if she comes clean on her UTME result. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, had said the student manipulated her result to deceive the public to fraudulently obtain a scholarship and other recognitions. The board also said the student actually got 249 in the exam and not 362 as widely assumed. Amid the controversy, the exam body withdrew her results and suspended her from partaking in UTME for the next 3 years. Mmesoma initially dismissed the forgery allegation, but later admitted that JAMB actually notified her that she got 249 in the exam. The Anambra pupil took the exam at Nkeme Funa Foundation Thomas Chidoka Center, owned by Chidoka. Addressing the issue in a Twitter thread on Thursday, the ex-minister said he became suspicious immediately he saw Mmesoma's result due to some discrepancies. I observed significant red flags when I saw her result online. First, since 2021, The JAM portal stopped referring to our center as Thomas Chidoka Center for Human Development. The correct name on the JAM portal and the main examination slip is Nkeme Funa Foundation, Thomas Chidoka Center for Human Development, he wrote. Soludo's digitization policy to extend to rural areas, says Anambra ICT MD. The ongoing digitization policy of the Professor Chukwuma Soludo administration is to be extended to all the communities in the state. Speaking at the stakeholders engagement workshop to herald the validation of the state ICT policy framework in Oka, the managing director, chief executive officer of the Anambra State ICT Agency, Mr. Chukwuemeka Fred Abata, called on other states to emulate Governor Soludo's agenda of making Anambra a digitalized and smart state. According to him, if the policy is fully implemented across the 36 states of Nigeria, the issue of security challenges confronting the country will be drastically reduced. Abata said that agency was particularly thrilled at the rate the digitalization policy implementation is fast spreading across the 21 local government areas of the state. What we want to achieve is a policy that will serve as a compass for all ICT-related initiatives following Mr. Governor's approval. We hope to achieve something that should provide a clear blueprint toward building a digitally inclusive, innovative, and smart Anambra. This policy will help Nigeria to develop like other countries of the Western world, he said. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Putin raids Prigozhin's mansion, humiliates exiled warlord after failed Wagner uprising. Vladimir Putin has humiliated Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin after he failed uprising in Russia by sending security services to raid his St. Petersburg's palace. Newsman reports that pro-Kremlin newspaper Izvestia yesterday published photos and video of officers searching Prigozhin's mansion while he was exiled in Belarus on June 24th. The investigators discovered huge caches of assault weapons and ammunition, stashes of gold bars, and a stuffed alligator, and a framed photo which is purported to be of the severed heads of the exiled private military leaders' enemies. Images of the raid also include a large closet containing many different wigs of varying styles and colors from gray to mousy brown. A slew of photos purporting to show Prigozhin wearing the wigs as part of various disguises were leaked to state-backed Russian telegram channels. The quality of some disguises is laughable, sparking speculation they may have been doctored in an attempt to further discredit the Wagner chief. But Prigozhin supporters declared the leaking of the image may float Russia's strict national security laws, suggesting the oligarchy was acting as a state agent, giving Wagner's ties to Russia's military intelligence service, the GRU. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Anambra woman, husband, remanded in prison for using underage girls for prostitution. Abia lawmaker bemoans rampant killings, kidnappings in the state. Governor Enugu government confirms arrest of hoodlums enforcing sit at home. Osita Chidoka, Mmesoma's UTME result is fake. Soludo's digitization policy to extend to rural areas, says Anambra ICT MD. Putin raised Prigozhin's mansion, humiliates exiled warlord after failed Wagner uprising. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM news. Produced and read by Martin Epanshuku Ekezie. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates Life reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebonadi FM, keeping your morning engaging.
Okay, thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Right? Thank
from
you.
7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.